Okay, let's remember the steps for adding and subtracting because they're pretty much the same step, right? Step 1, factor the denominators. Yeah. And in this case, what do you say about factoring these denominators? How many terms are there in this denominator? 1. Remember, factors are separated, terms are separated. Did I say factors or term? I should have said how many terms are there in this denominator. I don't remember what I said. There's 1 term, so it can't be factored. You can only factor when there's more than 1 term. And both of these, there's only 1 term. So that part is done. Second, find LCD. Okay. And, I should take back the factoring thing. There is one little thing we could do to factor this, isn't there? Well, notice that this has got a 3, and this has got a 9, which is 3 squared. So if we wrote it like 8 over 3x to the third y plus 4 over 3 squared x y to the third. That's like when you break it down into its prime factors. With numbers, that's pretty much the factoring that we do. Okay, now the LCD will be every factor that you see in either denominator raised to the highest power that you see it. So we've got a 3xy in both. And then which power put on the 3? 2, because it's 2 there, so it's 2 here. Which power do I put on the x? 3. And on the y? 3. So that's the LCD.
Like we just left it at 9. We just have 3, 9,
Yeah, I mean, how you would have dealt with that, you would have said what? You would have put a 3 there, and then you would have said x to the third, y to the third, and then what would you have done when you've seen the 9? Put a 9 there? Just be careful about it, Okay, now, so we have to multiply by we have to make LCD on both of these, right? So I think it's better if I do this. Here's the common denominator. 3 squared x to the third, y to the third. What is this denominator missing that this denominator has? It's missing how many 3's? Yeah, it needs 1 more, right? So I should multiply by 3 over 3. What else? You need 2 more y's, right? So I need to go y squared over y squared. What's this denominator missing that one has? It's got the 3 squared, so we don't need that. It's got y to the third, but this is x, and that's x to the third, so I should multiply by x squared over x squared. Okay, once they all have the same denominator, then add the numerators. 24y squared plus 4x squared. And I could simplify it. I could say 24y squared plus 4x squared divided by 9x to the third, y to the third. Okay, and the same steps pretty much for subtract, right? But you can imagine